All right. No electrifying intro or anything. Let's just let's go and talk. Let's go and talk for a hot minute. go and fade me in. Hey everybody, it is the United States Aviator. Welcome to Fracture. We have a location to run. It has been a very hard, very trying past not even 24 hours at this point. I didn't want to, you know, we have to start by acknowledging what happened yesterday. It was unforgivable. Also, yeah, we 100%. Screw that guy. Literally screw that guy. Anywho, I don't want to even acknowledge him on to start off this show. For real. I just like to talk about Baxter, Mr. Security Senior. Because not a lot of people know about him like the AWE backstage knew about him, like the security team knew about him, admin knew about him. He was a good man. Very caring man. I got to meet, I wish under better circumstances, his wife and his son earlier this morning. Baxter, he always knew how to make you smile. Even, cause look, in the past couple of months since Baxter has been employed here, Baxter honestly has had a tough job. Think about all the threats that we've had here. We've had the Onyxes, we've had the Amons very clearly. Honestly, we've had the Mikus, to be honest. The Aswang. This year has been really tough on the security team. But even through all those meetings, even through the headaches, whenever you walked in that security room, you would see Baxter, and he knew how to make you smile. He did. Even when we were at our toughest moments, he knew how to make you smile. So it's just really tough that this is gone down like this. I know Baxter is up there happy somewhere that he was able to get everybody out. I just really wish that we were able to get him out too. But well, look, we're gonna have a whole Baxter Security Senior celebration episode, a celebration of his life, that'll kick off after the fight before Christmas, once the funeral arrangements are in order. I'm hoping to maybe have that, maybe not the first of the year, maybe the first of the year. I'll be real. I was gonna say, because that's the Inferno anniversary show, but like, this is more important than that to me, to everyone. Maybe not to Amon, because clearly Amon doesn't care about human life. But for real, if you didn't get the honor to know Baxter Security Senior, Security was that guy. He loved the business. I'll give him that. He did love the business. For a long time, he would talk about like, man, one of these days I'm gonna get into the ring too. And when he actually did, he went kind of crazy. He went kind of fire, dude. He really, truly did. I'm glad that you guys at least got to experience even a slim margin of who Security was. Whew. Yeah, let me start reading the chat. I've also put up a little post board for the Security family on the YouTube side. You can go and make any of your comments known, anything you want to send to the family, the Security family. I'll be sure to share that with them. I'll keep that open through the duration of the show. Just well wishes, thoughts, prayers, you know, the general gist. Because I know he meant a lot to a lot of us. I've also mentioned this in the description. All the proceeds from this show. Also, I don't think I included this, but we decided to go ahead and do it for the rest of the show, so the rest of the year. So the next two Rebellions, the one that's tomorrow and the one that is the kind of versus Survivor Series-esque episode, we'll be doing that for the last Rebellion of the year. That's kind of how we do that. And of course, Fight Before Christmas. My mind is still a little bit of a mess from everything that's gone on in the past 24 hours. All the meetings that we've had, all the bookings that we've had to do. All those shows, the proceeds will go to the Security family. And probably some sort of charity, some sort of bomb awareness or something. I'm not sure yet. We're gonna work out the details, but I digress. Anthony Sub saying he died a hero when he shouldn't have needed to. That if that ain't the truth. Flair saying, yeah, I'm so sorry, we all are. Kara saying, sounds good, I have a little more time, it's being taken care of, Mr. Aviator, appreciate it. Very much appreciate it. Good, I'm happy he got to wrestle, he did, I am too. I am too, I am too, that's... Unrelated question, what does Amon 249 mean? Amon held the All-Star title for a grand total of 2 minutes and 49 seconds, which honestly, I think is still too long, but it was the shortest title reign in the history of the AWE, and if it has to happen to anybody, I'm glad it happened to Amon specifically. And the Woken one is also saying exactly that, I just sort of looked down one comment. Massive apologies to the town. We were in Fracture for, that went down normally. It isn't usually that bad. We usually don't have things that happen like that. Our entire Fracture set is destroyed. Luckily, Rebellion should be fine. We still have the Inferno set. If we need to move the Inferno set for a week or two for Fracture, then we can do that. We'll work out logistics in the future. Tonight we're gonna run it from... I mean, you'll see. I don't want to say... We found just a little local high school gym. We got some people in. And we're going to run it from there, and it'll just be... We'll have a show. We'll have a show. Has Amon been fined or punished for this? I'll get to that very shortly. I don't want to even mention Amon for, like, the first... like 10 minutes of the stream, for real. Or not 10 minutes accurately, but because, you know, we have the countdown timer. But I want to at least get through this little song just talking about security, because the song lasts 10 minutes. Oh, man. Amon will pay dearly for his crimes. There is no good left for him ever. I agree. Let me see, foundations of any wrestling show at gym. Hey, that's where it all starts back in the day. Golden saying, as a man who was responsible for Amon in the 249, offer my condolences to the security family. This is all in Baxter's honor, and we will make sure that his sacrifice does not go in vain. Jack saying, whoever let us run the gym, thank you. Yeah, it's just a local high school gymnasium, honestly. Rio saying, also because shows after situations, all the show, we still proceed with the show must go on. Because if the show doesn't go on, then Amon wins. At this juncture, we don't let Amon win. We gotta stay strong, we gotta carry through. That's what security would want. Security would want the show to go on. Whew. Are we gonna kill Amon, or... Well... Let me not put it out into the air, I think we should. But I will talk to you guys very briefly about that son of a gun. Adam saying I'm still emotionally recovering from that. My deepest apologies to Baxter's family rather, and screw Amon. Yeah, big middle fingers over to Amon. Everybody in the chat say we hate Amon, for real. I'm still shaken up from last night. I am too, admittedly. I am a little bit too. It is, it's tough. It's tough on all of us. I even said to all the competitors, if you don't have it in you to compete tonight, there's no worries, no fines. If you just want to step back and not do it, everyone said they wanted to compete tonight because that's what Baxter Security Senior would have wanted, and I'm glad that he has touched everyone like that. I'm so glad that they got to know him too. I've had so many of these energy drinks, I've barely slept in between the incident yesterday and now. My voice is still a little rocky because of it, but we're gonna make it through the show. We'll get through Rebellion tomorrow, get through the fight before Christmas. It's a trying time. We truly hate Amon, we do. I do not hate him, I despise him. I mean, you know, I guess that is a deeper hate. I despise, you know, Amon has to die, that's all I have to say. Splendid look. I know a lot of people don't usually agree with you, but I feel like that is the general sentiment that everybody is having right now. Oh yeah, Cena retires. Well, he's retiring from the WWE tonight. But he's still got a match in the AWE where he will retire this coming week, this coming Saturday, I guess 7 days from today. What was the point of it all? There was no point. It was pointless. It was senseless. It should have never happened. I think we can all agree with that. I hope you all enjoy that too. Okay. I usually say, you know, all hearts and minds are clear, but I don't think they're going to be clear for a hot minute. But we do have to, unfortunately, talk business. So let's talk business. I've talked to my general managers, and we've reached a couple of decisions. Where is, give me this music. We had several people do some researching, some talking, as to who knew this was happening and who did not know this was happening. Very clearly, the Inn knew, and Clover knew, and Amon knew. We got something coming for them. From what I've heard, Yosuke did not know, Al-Haytham did not know, and Alice did not know either. So that's about half of the movement that was not informed of what was going on. So while in my mind of minds, I'm like, oh, the entire movement just has to go down. I don't think we should really be putting that full punishment on the people who didn't know and didn't have a decision to make. So I'm gonna hold off on Yosuke, Al-Haytham, and Alice. And we'll see what they do in the coming weeks. Clover, the End, and Amon are going to be indefinitely suspended. That being said, that's what we really wanted to do, and we still might do that, but Miku does want Amon. We talked to Miku after this, because Miku very clearly shaken up after what happened as well. Miku wants Amon. To finish him, not to finish him off as in kill him. She wants to, I want to kill him. But she wants to take seal away his power to seal away other people's powers. And if that has to happen, potentially in front of everybody, then I think we're gonna let that happen. And what could hopefully, and I pray, be the last match that Amon has in this business, it will take place at the fight before Christmas. Miku will get to choose the match type. Cause I'm not even gonna put it out there that Amon gets to choose the match type. Screw that guy. He doesn't get any sorts of decisions. Shows to me how much Amon cared for those. Yeah, if half of his people didn't even know. Half of his people didn't even know. So we're stealing Amon's arms. I hope so. That being said, we will also have a 4-on-4 match on night 1. Amon versus Miku will be on night 2. And that 4-on-4 match will feature his other cronies, except for Alice. Alice has specifically said she doesn't want anything to do with that match. She doesn't want anything to do with Amon. And she will be speaking this Sunday at Rebellion. But we'll see how that goes on. Currently, it looks like Yosuke and Al-Haytham agreed to this 4-on-4 match. I assume Miku said, I'll have my 4 go against your 4. But it's also with the jobs of the End and Clover on the line. If they somehow win, hey, sure. They can have their jobs. We'll probably put some interesting things on their contract, though, let me tell you what. That being said, their jobs will be on the line. I'm really interested to see what Yosuke and Al-Haytham do about this. Will they fight hard? Will they just lax out? We will see. But if there's ever an opportunity to see those two get put in their place, I'm gonna let it happen. And it's also because Miku's 4 want to get their hands on Clover in the End as well. That's the biggest part. That's the biggest part of all of this. That being said, we should have a no teleporting clause for the End if that happens. Oh, don't you worry. Don't you, let me tell you what. I personally think that the 3 that weren't involved should still be investigated. Oh, we're still, like, that's a very soft, hey, X, Y, and Z, because even if they didn't know about it, there's still a chance that they could be like, oh yeah, we would have done it anyway. That much we don't know. But we do have to go on with our show. Who are the 4 people? The 4 people are Clover, and we can actually switch to the fracture music. The 4 people are Clover, the End, Yosuke, and Alhaitham. Miku's 4, I assume, are going to be, Miku's 4. I know she told him to stay out of it, but Miku said she's got 4, and she's ready for it. Regardless, that'll be happening night 1. And hey, Clover and the End's jobs will be on the line. And we'll see who will be out the other 2. Oh, man. That'll be Fight Before Christmas. There's still some more to talk about that there. No matter what, Amon's career is done. He is getting indefinitely suspended. I'm sorry. His contract will be terminated. The other 2 we can indefinitely suspend, but his contract will be terminated. Which means whatever happens to him, that's not under the AW jurisdiction. If something happens to Amon after that contract termination, that's not on us. The IRC can't do anything if anything happens to Amon after that contract termination. I repeat, the IRC can't do anything to us if anything happens to Amon after that contract termination. We still have to play our cards very carefully. Because we do have an IRC review next month. But once again, the IRC can't do anything to us if anything happens to Amon after his contract termination. Alright, just had to put that in the ether a couple of times. And maybe one more time for the people in the back. The IRC can't do anything to us if something happens to Amon after his contract termination. Thank you. Alright, very good. The authorities will also get involved at the very least, right? Oh yeah, after his contract termination, the authorities can do whatever they want. Just gotta put that up there. Gotta put that out there. Whew. Oh man. Alright, I think we're good to go. Hey, let's get this open challenge on the line. We do still have a show to get through. We still gotta do a little bit of preparation, which should have all happened yesterday. But I digress. What I can announce as well is that tomorrow at Rebellion, we will have 2 8-person battle royales. In those 8-person battle royales, there will be the 4 competitors that you all voted for in each of those battle royales. So they'll get revealed just 5 days before night 1 of the Fight Before Christmas. Because your votes are all in. Sprinkles back off. Let's get started. I didn't hear you say that one more time. You know, Sonic, I don't love repeating myself, but in this instance I will. In fact, hold on, just let me real quick. The IRC can't hold us accountable if something happens to Amon after his contract is terminated. Alright, very good. Now let's get our show on the road. Whew, my voice is a little bit raw, not for nothing. Anywho, Amon might have family who want revenge, if so, I hope not. Look, they're also not under AWE contract, so if something happens to them, it's not on us. Just saying, Al, Yosuke, and Alice, if you generally did not have anything to do with the bombings, now's your chance to abandon ship before it sinks. That is true. This is stupid. All of it. Sprinkles. You might want to take a step back and take a deep breath. We're handling this. Oh, right, Amon has a brother. Oh. Alright, well, I'm gonna write that down and make sure our security team knows that. That is very notable. Anywho, it's Mondo. It's our open challenge. We gotta start the show. How do I do this again? Where is this? It's over here. Give me the electricity. Ladies and gentlemen, Mondo is here, and it's open challenge time. We had to refund a lot of tickets because we couldn't find a venue in such short notice. But hey, we still got some folks here. Mondo has not won any of these open challenges, but tonight he looks to start. Best of luck to him. Are we in a school? Yes, this is a high school gymnasium. It is the best thing we could find to at least transfer a spare ring that we had. But who was fighting him? Is that... That's Batman! Batman, where were you when we had a bomb threat? Yeah, I'm gonna fight Batman. Anywho, I digress. Batman is here. That's just Bruce Wayne dressed up as Batman? I believe that. That's no hero. Another bike game. We've had all bikers. It might just be all bikers for these open challenges. That might be it. So apparently schools near Gotham. Good to know. That might make sense. Look. Batman is here. I'm not extremely happy that okay, maybe Batman wasn't the original open challenger. I don't actually know. Let me not harp too much on Batman. He might not have been the original open challenger. I'll have to check with the GMs. Regardless, y'all know what it is. It's that. Oh my gosh! Black Mask. 1, 2. Oh. Okay, Mondo, you gotta... Oh! And everyone in the audience is screaming one more time. Mondo starts off having a very bad time. Trash can lid in hand. Batman is looking to schmurder Mondo, and schmurdering is what he's doing, fighting him like he's the Joker, right to the back of the neck. Who did y'all vote for? Probably Mystery. I feel like Mystery is probably the safer bet. 90% of you on Mystery. Yeah, that sounds about right. I don't blame you. As a moonsault by Batman, I think. I wasn't actually looking at the screen. I was checking your votes. 1, 2, and Mondo still kicks out. Fastest match? Look, there's a world where he could just beat him real quick. But Mondo does still have those two finishers, able to reverse Batman. He is fighting a superhero. Well, maybe not a superhero. He's fighting a hero who's got a lot of money. No superpowers. His superpower is being rich, and Mondo's is landing on... Oh, no. I just realized that we did not have enough time to put padding on the floor. So they are just landing on hard gym floors tonight if they fight outside the ring. That's something we do have to keep in mind. It's going to be rough. Especially if you land tough. Fracture has in that sense become a lot more dangerous. Rich and incredibly good martial arts skills. That is true. That itself is a superpower. Well, maybe not a superpower. It is a power that is of the upper echelons of humanity, I suppose. Batman, my favorite AEW wrestler. This is AWE. What you talking about? Opening. Batman lifting. Has Mondo really gotten off any moves tonight? I don't know, but he's got to get something in motion for himself. Huh? Batman with a reversal. Batman low-key almost working up another finisher. Mondo is not having a good time with the double knees. Goodness gracious. And again, that trash can lid is in hand. And bouncing it off the leg of Mondo. Mondo stands back up and gets a clothesline right to the throat. Points over at Owada. Owada needs to be able to hit a finisher at some point. Batman climbing up to the top rope. And oh my gosh, double knees right back. He's got another finisher. Mondo, are you okay? Oh no. Oh no. No. He's wearing it right now. The black mask. 1, 2. Well, this might be a lore accurate fight between these two. Batman fighting a high school student canceled. Lamau. Not sure how many hits Batman has actually taken given the armor. That's true. Given his armor, that's... Whoa! Wait, he clocked him! Out of nowhere, he got into the ring and clocked him. 1, 2. But Mad Batman kicks out. Hold on a minute. Hold on a second. Mondo may be able to mount a comeback if he's able to clock him one more time. Couple of shots. Shots to the armor. Batman is starting to wince in pain. That does do something, or say something about the power of Mr. Owada. Elbow drop doesn't land. Nobody's home, and Batman's got a signature on lock. If he uses it, it could be bad news. Bears. Knee trembler right to the gut. As Batman goes to the corner, I don't know what he may be thinking, pointing right at him, slicing the neck, but steps out of the way. Mondo survives and goes after the knee of Batman. Now I know Batman has broken his back in the past. Don't call Bane into the ring. But Mondo's looking to be Bane tonight if he can land a big move on the back of the Batman. But a roll up onto, very briefly, the trash can lid. Gets 3 for the first fall in this match. It's 2 out of 3 falls, and it's looking bad for Owada. And before he can even get back up, he kicks back up. But Mondo was not prepared for the masked man, Batman, to go crazy like this. Double axe right to the face. Avi, the last thing we need is Bane here. You are absolutely correct. I don't even want to put that into the air. Reverse though. Wait. Clothesline with the clocked him. Hold on a minute. Batman could burn resiliency here. 1, 2. Batman, my favorite AWE luchador. It is false count anywhere. I'm gonna tell you what, Mondo has a chance. Early on in this match, I would have been like, Mondo's got no chance. But now, that world exists. Jessica, I think, accidentally bumped Mondo off of the ropes, allowing Batman to get up to his feet. But not enough time for him to recover. Mondo, was too slow, and again to the back of the knee. Mondo has not picked up a single win in this open challenge. I'm not even sure how many pinfalls he's gotten. He hasn't lost too many that were 2 to 0. Oh, well, never mind. He's okay. Everyone, it's been a very quick open challenge. Mondo's dead. Respectfully, I know we probably shouldn't even use. Okay, hold on a minute. Hold on a second. Hold on just one moment. I don't know if you guys saw what I just saw, but he kicked out of that. I don't know if you saw what I just saw, but Mondo still got some fight left in him. And tosses Batman in the other direction. Mondo realizing he's gonna need something to get through that armor of Batman, and a sledgehammer could have been enough, but Batman a step too fast and drops Mondo on his neck. Went for that sledgehammer this time, and oh no, a knee strike. Mondo goes tumbling down. 1, 2. Mondo just got wrecked by Batman. Which, I mean, not quite surprising. But you saw the heart he had, you know what I mean? Able to kick out of that black mask. Is Mondo on fraud watch? Ooh, he might be. He might be. He's got, what, 2 more open challenges left? This Sunday and this coming Friday, unless he has another one on Saturday. I'm not entirely sure yet. But tonight, he did not have a good time. He did not have a good time at all. That being said, how many of us think we could beat Batman in a fight? Because I don't think so. Well, actually, let me take it back. If I had the same amount of money as Batman, I might be able to beat him in a fight. But I don't, so I can't. DJ's like, I know I can't. That's Quitter's talk. I can't wait for DJ versus Batman in 2 weeks' time. Mondo was cleaning the clock of Batman a little bit later on in the fight, got him to burn resiliency, but was not able to put him down for even one pin. Batman with prep time beats everyone. That much is fair. Splendid saying, Mia, do you really, Splendid? Do you, Batman was pretty impressive here. Lion, really? You? I don't know. I mean, the guy pre-plans for everyone, so I know I'm screwed. Yeah, if he has time to, in fact, he probably pre-planned for Mondo. It looked like it worked pretty well. It worked pretty well. I'd make Batman tap out. Batman's not a quitter. I think even when his back was broken, he wouldn't have tapped out. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Congratulations to Batman. Could you do something about Amon? No, you're just gonna leave. Okay. Or maybe he'll do something about Amon when he's no longer under AWE contract. We'll talk to you later, Batman. We'll talk to you later. Get out of here. Are you? I didn't know his Batmobile could fly. Yeah, I did. Never mind. We're good. That is, as we kick our show forward, the open challenge. He got schmurdered. Man's died. A man surely died tonight. That being said, the show goes on because we got ourselves a 1v1 match. My devotion to Munakata would let me win trust. That is possible. Batman's assistant would be highly appreciated. I agree. Good detective. Good fighter. Hey, look, we saw what he did tonight against Mondo, and Mondo was a former AWE All-Star champion. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Here, let me get you guys some new polls, though. 90% on Batman. I cannot blame you. 100% on Batman on the Twitch side. I cannot blame you. Here. Let's go over here and let us give a championship contenders match. It's Gin. And it is Kanji. Come back over here. It's Gin. It's Kanji. And it's on. Are you ready? Well, you guys have your stuff. That is probably, yeah, look. Batman, I'd love to see him beat up our problems, admittedly, because we have very many of them, but we also have a one-on-one match that could steal the show. As the... Okay, great. My can almost fell over. Cut me over. Let me finish this. Oh, it's actually empty. Never mind. It could have fallen over and I would have been fine. Oof. As Gin is out here first. Hey, where did we get the little falling twinklies? I didn't know we had those. Anywho. Gin. Okay, also, those people seated in the back, they have the worst seats in the house, dude. They can't see anything. Logistically, we could have done better with the seats back there. Whoops-a-daisy, but you know, it is what it is. They'll be fine. They paid for the tickets, not for the show. They paid to give back to security for all that he's done for the people. I would buy tickets. If there were tickets outside the venue, I would buy them for security. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Regardless, Guinea Boy is looking to be a world champion. He's tried to do it in the past to the Rumble, a former Rumble winner. Has become tag team champion, has been a former Fight Forever champion. Tonight, he looks to be one step closer to a world championship. He is fighting, potentially, Kyutaro if he's able to get past this man. A man who also has a history like Mondo, has a very poor track record on an open challenge. Will Mondo be the second person ever to have all losses in an open challenge? The first person is this man, Kanji. Let's see what he's able to do tonight. Kanji, as we have said before, has also been on a little bit of a renaissance as of this autumn. After Yua's attack, he came back and he said, I'll trash this place. I'll beat up people. I'll beat up Yosuke. And he beat him up swiftly and impressively. Will he do the same thing tonight to earn himself a world championship opportunity? Him versus Kyutaro would be a slobber knocker, a heavy hitter of a match, while Gin versus Kyutaro would be more so, kind of a David versus Goliath. Either of these two would be pretty good. Kanji versus Mondo, Battle of the Frauds. Hey, let's give Kanji a motorcycle and let's see them at the at the fight before Christmas. Hey Kanji, I need you to lose this match real quick. As the bell rings, he's not looking to lose though as a big clothesline lands immediately on Gin. Mr. Ibushi is getting his neck twisted about and laid back down. Stomp on the leg. Gin, loved by most members, if not all members of the AWE universe. Kanji has started to sway people more so in his favor. He's had some trouble in his past, been a part of a so-called Bullet Club. Teamed up with the most disgusting, hideous creature. Well, maybe second most disgusting, hideous creature. Clearly, Amon's #1. Gentleman Thomas is #2. In fact, I think I can confidently say now, I hate that Amon more than I hate Gentleman Thomas. And knowing who I am, that should say a lot. That should say a whole lot. Shot to the back. And now it's Gin this time, who's not been able to get any offense in, but hits a sneaky roll-up. Hooks the leg for not even one. Kick to the guts. Powerbomb position, but Kanji able to get the reversal. Has Gin's number, which shouldn't be that surprising considering Gin is just a reversal by Gin. Gin is just a small bean of a child leg drop onto Kanji. Gin starting to fire back up, going for a quick pinfall. One. Just one. Let me see. Oh, wait a minute. I was about to read the chat, but Kanji might be thinking signature, but Gin's thinking, not today. I'm going on to that world title match. Kanji rolls out of the way, and then able to get a neck breaker on Gin. What a sequence between those two. Stomp to the arm, and an elbow drop to the back, but Gin still narrowly away from being stunned, rolls out of the ring. That's a smart man. That is a former tag team champion, a former Fight Forever champion. Kanji is also a former tag team champion. We don't like to talk about it because he was tag teaming with the second most hideous creature, disgusting, despicable abomination. Ooh! In the history of the AWE, raged up. And Gin now as a finisher, maybe looking for it. Cat's Claw didn't land. Kanji reversed, but I don't think he was actually going for the Cat's Claw. Gin reversing right back. Rope break. Okay, hold on. The boy's kind of going now. The boy's kind of going. Let me see. Yeah, you know you messed up if you dethroned Thomas for AV's most hated person. Kanji steps out of the way. The Cat's Claw lands. Cat's Claw lands right on the jaw, right on the kisser for 1, 2. Not resiliency though. But Gin now has a fighting chance. A wise man once said, any man with 2 hands stands a fighting chance. Tonight, Gin battles with Kanji, and Kanji is not done yet. Cass saying, "Well, let Thomas know you love him a little more, Dad." Don't say that. Son, I'll ground you. Moonsault by Gin. I'll ground you. I'll ground you good. It's not love a little more. It's hate equally, but hate somebody a little bit more. Walking around. Kick to the side. Stands him back up and ooh, DDT. I didn't know that he was going to do that. All right, Gin. All right, Guinea boy. Lifting Kanji up. Kanji's still starting to get rocked, actually. As he's dropped face first on the turnbuckle. Kanji has almost got a signature, but so does Gin. Both need a couple more shots. Gin, I think, needs one more hit. This might take him there. He's going from the springboard coast to coast. My gosh! But Kanji stands right back up, throws Gin against the ropes, pops him up, sends him down, and now Kanji's got the finisher. Gin may be in dire straits. If that finisher hits, you gotta imagine he'll be using resiliency. It's a battle between these two to move on to the main event. Kanji with a clothesline. Gin stumbles backwards. Kanji almost has a finisher and a signature. But Gin kips up at the last moment, saying it might be worth it for me to get up and try and build up a finisher instead. Will that work out for him? We'll have to wait and see. Busted open. I'm here, wasn't expecting a 4:30 start time. I'm still at work when this went live. Aye, but we are going strong. Welcome in Dragon Force Zar. Stomp to the back of the neck. Gin, again, moonsault, but Kanji rolls out of the way. And from behind, he lifts Gin up and sends him down with the signature into the pin. 1, 2, and that's gotta not be resiliency. You've gotta be kidding. Calls for him to get up, knows he's got 2 finishers on lock, but Gin reverses one of them, turns him around, but Kanji with a belly to back suplex. These two are tearing this high school gem apart, and this time, the coronation lands. He's looking to become king of the division, and Gin burns resiliency. Double axe right to the chest. Gin is now feeling a lot more worse for wear. Kanji has the advantage, starting to build that stamina back up. At the last second though, Gin turns him around, but Kanji reverses the finisher, and a big knee strike to Gin. Went for a double axe. Gin rolls out of the way, drop kick. Kanji's got another finisher on lock, but Gin trying to steal this match. Kanji has no resiliency. 1, 2, still couldn't get him down. At the last second, just rolled that shoulder up. My gosh. Moonsault again and again. Kanji rolls out of the way. And again, Gin pays for it. Back-to-back times. Went from the well too many times, but Gin at the last second reverses into a pinfall. 1, 2. Kanji kicks out. Oh my gosh! Gin now has a signature and a finisher. Calls Kanji to get up. Goes off the ropes one more time. And just bowls through him. Has him up. Showcasing the big strength of the little man. Pops him up, sends him down. Wait, there's more. Moonsault lands. And a kick right to the jaw, as I said before. They're putting on a surprising banger here tonight. Moonsault again from Gin. This audience is unglued. Gin calling for Kanji to get up. He's up to a knee from behind though. The cat's cradle is locked in. Pause on the throat, and Kanji has to burn resiliency. It's anybody's match, but it is a pinfall. Might steal it from Gin here tonight. 1, 2, and Kanji, no, he kicked out. I don't know how he did it, but the fireball, powerbomb into the pin. 1, 2, Gin gets him. Y'all, what can I say about that match? Security's got to be looking down with a smile after what we just saw. Because they put on a show for this live audience tonight. Kanji, we thought for a minute, had this on the wraps. Coronation landed and Gin burned resiliency. After that, Kanji was looking to hit Coronation again. Likely won't get shown in the replay, but Gin able to reverse it into a pinfall. Gin able to do that time and time again. Kanji did the same thing to try and steal the match. This was actually that reversal we were talking about. Kanji just barely able to get the shoulder up. And off the ropes again. Hey, look, there was so much. There was so much, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, that went crazy in this fight. I gotta say, I'm proud of the both of them. Weaved out of the way, but Gin caught him there, and one last time, Fireball landed. I think that could have potentially been a rope break. Sara probably looking on, shaking her head, disgusted with the referees. But I digress. Gin does move on to the main event tonight. Who will he fight, though? That's a story for later down the line. Will it be Arven or will it be Fulgent? Who will be the #1 contender? Gin said, "You can gamble on me." It's Gin. G-I-N. Hey, once again, what a show from Mr. Ibushi. Give me back over here real quick. Give me the electricity real quick. Thank you. Thank you very much. Let me end these predictions. Man, what a match. They had to go like that, but they went like that. Hey, Kanji, got a lot of respect for you, kid. Got a lot of respect. You earned my respect these past couple of months. It was actually pretty close to 50-50 as well on the votes. Not on the YouTube side. They said Gin's gonna win. I'm sorry, on the Twitch side. They said Gin's gonna win decisively. That being said, it's our 2 tag teams that are the #1 contenders. It's Assassin's Web. It is. WAAAAAAAAA looking to get their titles back. Twitch, I'll even give you guys 10 minutes. Tag, challengers, fight. And YouTube, just for you. You and a you. Tag, challengers. No, there we go. Fight in all caps. So that is what we are going to do. And we are ready to go. You pick Wario. And we'll talk about Wario and company in just a moment. In fact, we'll talk about them whenever they come out, which is probably not right now. So, first, electricity. As long as Team Frauds doesn't win, well, I think they've got a good chance to win. Because out first is a team that has struggled. Hello. Now, I'm not gonna say anything. But, they do be a couple of MILFs. I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna leave it at that. Assassin's Web has struggled for a large part of this year to find their footing, but in 2 singles opportunities, they got the job done. They need to get that focused up if they want to get the job done as a team. As a team, they've been unable to conquer together. They only earned this opportunity by competing as single stars. 2 single stars becoming a tag team does not always mesh well together. Is that all they're destined to be? Are they destined to go on their separate ways? I'm not sure, but they've made it this far. If they can claim the tag team titles, if they can beat the Disciples, who, at this point, I'm actually not sure if people are against the Disciples anymore. For a while, we were like, oh yeah, these tag titles gotta come off of them, but like, in the past couple of weeks, I think it's more so, well, I mean, if they're gonna be a good tag team, and we don't hate the Disciples of Miku anymore, maybe they can hold on to them for a couple more weeks. Anywho, no matter how dark or serious the AWE gets, AV will always love the MILFs. Hey, MILFs in the darkest times will always bring forth the light in life. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of, Wario still has Mondo's jacket. We also know now that he has Mondo's motorcycle. Wario, you're a disgusting human being. And I don't just mean that because of the jacket. I mean it because of your terrible gas. But also the jacket. It almost looks like the leather that's on the back end of the jacket as well looks like it was worn down. Right around the cheeks area. You're gonna have to go back and check for me. I couldn't actually see. Waluigi starting this thing off against Yor, but that does not last for long because the tag's immediately made. And this is what I'm talking about. These two do know how to work extremely well together as a team. They did it for over 300 days together. Almost for a full year, they had the tag division on lock, and they're looking to do it again by winning the tag titles again at the Fight Before Christmas. They did it last year, held it almost until the Fight Before Christmas this year, but lost it at Black Friday. They're looking to beat the people who beat them for it at Black Friday. I'm talking about the frenemies in Kaito and Ryoma. On the other side, ooh, kicks, and headbutt. Man, oh man. Can we have the DILFs in these dark times too? Yeah, we can. I'll see what I can do about the DILFs. I know we got a 8-person battle royale coming this Sunday. Maybe we'll have a DILF or two in there. I'm doing what I can for the people, as our hearts and minds are troubled from yesterday. Still more likable than Amon. Then again, the likes of Dottore and Gentleman Thomas are more likable than Amon, which is crazy. So that's not saying much about Wario off of the ropes. And did you see exactly how she used? That was very unique from Yor. How she came off of those ropes. Usually people will jump over onto the top rope and then do their job, their diving. I think she got her foot either on that bottom or middle rope and propelled herself forward. That's the strength, the leg strength of the assassin. She does her moves differently because she can. Because she has that ability, because she's got that strength. She's got that undeniable aura. But right now we got Kafka in the ring, who almost got rolled up by Wario. Did get rolled up, but not even for one. Not even for one, as a shot to the gut. Kafka's looking to make her mark here in the AWE. Has been a part of, I believe, the other side in the past. But needs to focus in. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Going in and out and out and in and out. Like the restaurant, like the burger place. And the tag's been made. And that's what's going on here between these two. Wario and Waluigi have been making some frequent, not frequent tags, but have been making tags back and forth. This is only Kafka's first time in the ring right now, as a couple shots go to Waluigi. But Waluigi's the first one to take any damage. Has body damage now on lock, and now we're seeing these two start to work together, and they're going directly after that body. Yor sees a target, pinpoints a target on your body, and she is going to go after it. She is going to wear it down. She is going to dissect you. She is going to assassinate, essentially, whatever part she needs to. Stunned him, and then goes to make the no. She's not going to make the tag. She's going to make him pay. She's going to make him perish. What is Yor thinking here? Looks like a top rope Spanish fly. Picture perfect. It's what I just said. She saw him reach for his back, and that's exactly what she went to target. Exactly what she went to target, and now they have their mark as, oh. Now look, I'm not one to really beg to be put in a submission hold. But if I was, that might, wait, count of 3. Okay. If I was to, you know, hey, hold on a minute. Jessica, you stared him put his feet on the ropes. Now, hold on a minute. Sara might be onto something. Sara might be onto something. Oh, but look at that, a cheap shot from Wario. But Kafka kept right back up, but kipped up into a punch to the gut. And a submission hold by Waluigi. Reversal by Kafka. Still surviving in this. But a reversal right back by Waluigi. And a tag's been made to Wario. Wario coming in. Not coming in hot, coming in very slowly. And maybe a wise decision, because immediately just says, no, we're going to keep tagging in, keep doing tag team moves, and we're going to tear her apart limb from limb. Oh, but look at that. They're not focused. Oh, but they might have been focused enough, because look, Waluigi calling for her to get up, and a kick right to the arm. But reversal by Kafka. Still surviving in this thing. Breaking the eyes. Dirty move, but the referee again not seeing it. And dropped and stunned. Sara, this is, I think, the second match, actually, where the referee has made an interesting call, and Sara's got to be furious about it. Merrin will be a special guest referee later on tonight as Sara goes one-on-one with Aiba. A little announcement about the three of them and their future for the fight before Christmas. Kip up as Kafka is lifting old Wario up and tossing Wario into the corner. Tag's been made. And a kick to the gut. And oh, the assassin locking in deep on the throat of Wario. Wario able to get out of it quick. But not without taking a fair bit of damage to his stamina bar and to his neck. But a reversal by Yor sending him back right. Oh, Yor's actually on fire tonight. Going middle rope. Went for a splash. Nobody's home. Wario gets out of the way. Jessica heel arc win /J. Hopefully never. Our referees are not heels, none of them. Not even Splendid. But I digress, look at them taking Yor down as she's forced to roll out of the ring. And they're going after Kafka as well. Don't forget, we do call Hot Topic the Countout Merchants. But I'll tell you what, they might be the merchants, but their suppliers, it's gotta be Team WA. They are the kings of the countout. They've retained their title so many times via countout at major live events, as Kafka's now looking to do some damage to Waluigi on the outside. We're at a count of what now, Jessica? 3? We got plenty of time, and right now, Wario's still dead on the ground outside, and Waluigi might be following suit after a knee strike lands right to the face. Count of 6. Yor's hurting. Count of what, 7? Yes, and Yor into the ring. Count of 8. Both in, and oh my gosh, just, you push the face of an assassin like that? Waluigi, I don't know if that's a good idea. Look at, yeah, I was gonna say, after that, she straight went, pooh! Not a good idea, poking fun at an assassin. It wouldn't be me. You'd never catch me doing that. Well, I would do it playfully. But because if I didn't, I would be a dead man. And I like to not be a dead man. Into the corner, reversal by Yor. Walking over to Kafka. Does make the tag. I thought she was about to actually run at Waluigi. But not the case. Ugh! That wasn't even the back elbow, it was the top of the elbow. Just said, bam. That's the hard part of the elbow that just, right to the, jaw. Popped up and sent down with that wall bomb. Rolled into the pinfall. Clearly Yor's gonna get in there, break it up ASAP. Jessica, please count probably quicker. Polka, the maybe potentially #1 hater of Team WA. Definitely needs a t-shirt that says that. The fraud alert has been called on Team WA by Polka as a clothesline has been landed. Kafka begging, looking to make that tag. Does get it as Wario climbs to the top rope and flattens Yor. I didn't think he was going to get that. But maybe Yor let it happen so she could kick him right in the nose. Hot tag about to be made, and now it's Waluigi who's in. Oh, and she lands cheeks first onto the mat. Shot to the gut. Waluigi steps out of the way. Yor in control. Referee stepping in the way. Hold on, is Jessica? Jessica might be a fan of Team WA. I think that's like the second time she's helped them, but her arm is definitely under the ropes. Jessica calls it. That is fair rope break calling. Oh, but it's not gonna matter right here because that's gonna be a kick right to the, she stepped out of the way, directly into the corner, and a tag not made again. She said, remember that back problem you had earlier? Remember when I tossed you right on your back? Second verse, same as the first. Writhing in pain is Waluigi, barely moving right afterwards, lifted up and sent into the corner. Not stunned yet though, but the tag is made and it might be tag team finisher time. Rolled up, into the power with a power bomb, and an uppercut lands. He's caught in the web. Caught in the web for 1, almost 2, but Wario breaks it up. But I want to point out Kafka still got a signature and a finisher. Waluigi's in incredible danger. In fact, that danger might be sooner realized, but reversing the tag team finisher, he's got a chance. Reversing Kafka right back. He's staying alive. Oh, but Kafka with the reversal. Trying to go for some cutter. And Waluigi with that knee. Waluigi hits. And now neither of their partners can come in to save them. It is a true one-on-one, but Waluigi trying to change that if he makes this tag. Assassin Web is in a little bit of danger. Tossed into Wario, into a German suplex. Kafka rolls out of the way, gets back up to her feet. You're hitting Wario in the face directly into a German suplex, but Wario able to stop it. Shot to the back. Kafka on against the ropes and a back elbow right to the chest. And now you don't want to see Wario up in the sky like that because you could get flattened in the blink of an eye. My gosh. Poker saying, eat that, you lanky piece of garbage. Poor Waluigi. Kick out by Kafka. No resiliency. Hold on a second. Okay, it's about to be real. No, it's not. She reversed the finisher. Reversed the wall bomb. And uses move theft. Uses it against Wario. Oh my gosh. 1, 2. Kicks out without resiliency. Said, you can't do that to me, but I'll gladly do it to you. Reversal by Wario. And a kick right to the gut. Oh, no. No, no. And Yor just has to watch it happen. No, no. Oh, right in her face. She gonna get pink eye, dude. 1, 2. And that's resiliency. She might not be able to see in this match anymore. She might not be able to see in this match. Lifted right back up. Tossed into the corner, and ladies and gentlemen, this might be as good as gone. Whipped. Drop kicked. Up again. But Kafka able to get the reversal. Kafka, you gotta make a tag. Kafka, you gotta make a tag. You don't have the luxury anymore to do any big moves. Back elbow. At this point, you need Yor. And I think she's realizing that she can't even see. I think she might have been thinking she was going to the right corner. She might really have pink eye. Hey, the medical team, y'all got to look at her eyes. Look in my eyes. What do you see? Fecal matter from Wario. And up to the top. Wait, oh my gosh. Look at her climb. Look at her climb and look at her go DDT! Onto the hardwood floors! Knee strike right afterwards! And oh, rockin' Wario. Uppercut as well. He's fumbling around on the floor, but able to save himself from being stunned. Oh, but maybe not for long. One more hit, saves himself again, clothesline. He is oh so close, and at a count of 6, dragging Yor towards the ring, and he's able to get back in. Count of 8. Yor stood back up, ducks out of the way of that, but Wario not in control. DDT again, bouncing his head off of the mat, but tripping Yor up. Oh man, into the corner. Wario does have a finisher, and it looks like it's about to land. We've seen this before. The double wah splash. As together they say wah. And the W in wah stands for win. 1. Just 1. You know, I don't know who hurt who more in that. Wario getting DDT'd onto the wood or Yor diving onto the wood. I don't know. Wait, hold on. 1, 2, nope, 1? I was gonna say Yor Probably took more like damage across the body, but the impact probably knocked Wario silly. Plus into the corner. If the W stands for win, what do the ooh my gosh! Stomps on him afterwards. That's straight disrespect. Climbs up to the top rope. And she's feeling pretty lunar with that moonsault. Hold on a minute. They got a real world possibility now. They might have a path to victory because she's going for it a second time. She said second verse, same as the first, and Waluigi rolls out of the way this time. And just like that, Yor is in trouble. Able to fire back with a shot though. And maybe looking to tag in. Kafka doesn't get the tag, and Waluigi maybe thinking up in the skies, drops her. Hip first onto the knee, but the tag is made. Tag is made, but look at this, directly into a submission hold, trying to snap the back of Kafka. My gosh. What do the 5+8 stand for? And rip to yours, ribs. Adamantu, Alexander, Austin, Apple, Australia. That is what it means. I can confirm that is probably true. Ooh! Well, I'll be rolls back into the ring. But from behind, Waluigi's still in control. We are at a high school gym, but they are fighting like we're fighting in front of 70,000 plus. Stomp to the arm. You're close to being stunned. Not gonna let that happen, not tonight, against Team Wa. Sends him into the barricade. Wait a minute, they're at a count of 8. Count of 9. Are the count out merchants about to be counted out tonight? Oh, the last second saved it because Jessica's hands were about to come up and reverses. Oh my gosh. Knee strike doesn't land. Yor grabs the leg, twisting it, dragon screw style into the pinfall. Wario can't come in. That's 1, 2. They've burned resiliency on the former 300+ day tag team champion. Picking him up with ease, a little white noise-esque move. And a tag's been made to, no, not yet. Tag's been made to Kafka. Does not have a finisher, but is a hair away from it. This tag team match has been all nails. Ooh, but a reversal. And a DDT. Kafka's down. Remember, Kafka's also burned resiliency already. Wario could just say, hey, let's go make this tag real quick if he's smart, and it looks like he might be smart about it, but Kafka is second smarter. Oh my gosh, need him almost right into oh no, she's trying to weaken that Waluigi knee. That Waluigi, no shot, not on the post. Oh, figure 4. Oh gosh. His knees. Dude. Kafka going after, oh my gosh, his face connected over there, but she didn't see Waluigi sneak up to get the pin, but rolls it right back around for 1, 2, and got him, oh my gosh. Waluigi almost snuck the victory, but at 2.9, she reversed it into a different roll-up, and they took the win. Hey. Maybe it's the spirit of security blessing these matches aside from Mondo's. Because let me tell you, what a tag team match we just witnessed. If this is anything like either of the championship matches that we're going to witness at Ticket to Paradise, yeah, man. We are in for a show. My gosh, and look at this. That wall bomb. Early on, we thought Kafka was going to be out of this one, but she's the one who got the pinfall victory for her team, was able to kick out at the very last second. And we saw the targeting of the back on Waluigi over and over again, and eventually it was enough to get the job done. Likely why he couldn't kick out of that last roll-up reversal by Kafka. Hey, give it up for both of these teams. That's right, Team Frauds lose. I can't even call them Team Frauds after that match because they had a good match. They had a plan to victory, but when you're fighting an assassin and a Stellaron hunter, it's going to be hard to outmaneuver and outplan them. That was crazy because I thought Kafka was not about to kick out, and I thought she had kicked out at the last second, but she reversed it into another one. Oh my gosh. Goodness gracious. She said run it back, roll it around, and they got the job done. I talked about this earlier. If they can't find their footing as a tag team, they got into this match via 2 singles matches. If they can't find their footing as a tag team, they have no shot against the Disciples. But tonight, they may have just finally found that footing that they needed. It is Assassin's Web versus the Disciples this, or I guess next weekend, at the fight before Christmas. Give me back over here. Give me over here. Hey. Good on them. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Very, very good on them. Let's go and exit real quick. That was a good tag team match. And, hey, look, if it's anything like the couple of matches we just had, we still got ourselves one heck of a show to look forward to. We still got a good fair amount of matches left, including former AWE champion in Fulgent going one-on-one with a man who's never held that world title in Arven. I need to get you guys some polls. Need to get you guys some polls. I also do want to check out the post board for yes, the security family. I do see all the love in there. We love to see that. Once again, I will be sure to, I'll probably read these at the end of stream. And of course, send this to the security family to be there for the celebration of life. Let's go Fulgent! Impressive. They had a good match. And I know that sounds very repetitive after, what, the last good match that we had, which was the match right before it, but like, both of those matches ate. For real, for real. And once again, I gotta give it to all members of those matches. Everyone pulled their own weight. Let's see if Arven and Fulgent can do the same. It is another championship. Contenders a match. It's Arven. It's Fulgent. And it's about to be on. Twitch, let me give you yours real quick. Let me give you yours. It's Arven. And it's Fulgent. And it is, yeah, we'll give you all 10 minutes again. Very good, very good. Are you ready? Let's go Fulgent. I'm interested because I think this one could really go either way. Between these two. And speaking of OBS, get back up top. Go over here quick. Electric. Whew. Out first. It feels so weird to not have a Titantron. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. We couldn't get it into the building, the spare one that we have for Inferno, and very clearly we were just like, hey, you know what? Everybody just walk in through the doors over there, the doors in the back, and everyone will cheer for you, and it's gonna be fine. We were able to install some lighting rigs, which is nice. But honestly, this high school gym, it's not too bad. Arven from Pokemon Too Many Types. No, he's from that new Pokemon game, Legends ZA. I've been playing that game and I remember fighting him, I think. I think he was what letter was he? I think he was like, he might have been K. I know a lot of people do this quest and when you do that quest it skips you over to like F or something. Nah. I fought in that man's. He was rank K. He might have been L. I don't remember, but hopefully he doesn't take an L tonight. People call him the ultimate underdog and we can talk about that as the match. In fact, we can talk about it right now. Arven was the ultimate underdog and was the inaugural tables champion, fighting a man who was also an ultimate underdog when he won his championship. This is a battle of the underdogs who became unlikely champions here in the AWE. Arven with the tables championship, and he went on to win that tables championship not once, not twice, but thrice. That being said, Fulgent, if you look at the betting odds for this past AV Mania, Fulgent was nowhere near the top of anyone's list. In fact, he was dead last, but somehow, some way, as everyone else around him fought, he climbed and he won. With a song in his heart and a championship around his waist, he defended that championship against the former champion Makoto. In a match type that Flair chose, he was not able to get the job done. Tonight, he looks to get it back. This time, it'll be against Mr. Burger Berg. But he's got to get through Arven to do it. And Arven is no slouch in a one-on-one match. Let's see how it all plays out. Arven going for a big boot. Fulgent turns him around, and we're chain grappling to start this thing. Gonna give a clear day loon to security. Hey, he deserves it. He's one of the best human beings that I had the pleasure of working with. And I can't wait for his celebration show at the start of next year. Not double knees, a big splash right to the chest. Hold on. Give the family some time to grieve first. I would really like for Security Jr. to be some part of that show, if not just help to plan. Hey, maybe he could have a match or something, I'm not sure. But I digress. As they're still grappling out here. Arven getting out of it and yanking that arm back behind Fulgent's head. Fingers trapped in the waves of blue. And now deep right onto the scalp. Goodness gracious. Fulgent in deep trouble at this point. Arven sends him down. Two underdogs collide. AWE fracture. Fulgent rolls out of the way. Arven able to counter. Here's the thing. From what I've seen in this matchup so far, Arven has been better at countering than Fulgent. Fulgent has been a little bit faster than Arven, but the counters have been playing a bigger role into the stamina bar so far. For one. For two. Two? Well, hold on a minute. Two this early. I don't know about that, Arven. It's one fall. That could have been over. Onto the shoulders. This time, couple of elbows right behind the ear. And they're grappling again. Oh, bringing that arm. Wrenching it back. And again, wrenching it again. And now it's Arven who's got a handful of his own hair. The back and forth between these two, they almost feel like not quite a mirror match, but a mirror match in terms of like ability. Both have, I think, the ability to be an underdog, and at the right moment, at the right time, when the planets align, when certain planets are in retrograde or whatever, you might see these two come out on top of the world. However, if one of these two win, they've got to go up against a very game Gin. A Ginabushi who wants to fight Kyutara for that world championship. It could be your turn to die versus your turn to die. It could be former champion versus current champion. It could be underdog versus beast. As he sends him down. Stood right back up. Fulgent and Arven both have signatures lined up. Who will hit theirs first? Off of the ropes. Oh, Arven raged up, but Fulgent sends him down. Perfect timing for Fulgent, but Arven, trying to get his footing up. But now he does not have resiliency, essentially. Stood up. He's struggling. He's hurting. And he's sending Fulgent down again. Clothesline. And another Fulgent using his own signature bar to hit a comeback and get a signature again. 1, 2, kick out. Kick out at 2. Stood back up again. Fulgent very close to having a signature and a finisher. Pop up. Ooh, pop up power slam. And now lifting Arven right back up. Trying to drag him to the corner. Arven still not staying down. Arven, who's now starting to take a little bit of a beating, needs to get some offense done on Fulgent. Into the corner, but Fulgent a kick right to the face. And drop kick right to the jaw of Arven. Arven stands right back up and goes for a roll up on Fulgent. It worked for Kafka, but it does not work right now. Arven stands him up again, turns him sideways. We've seen this before. Cartwheel unprettier, or rather front flip unprettier for 1, for 2. Fulgent had no resiliency, had to kick out. Had to kick out. Went for a stomp there. Oh, and a knee strike rocking the 3-time tables champion. Arven is slumped up into the corner and gets scoop slammed down. Fulgent climbs to the middle rope, unsure of what he's thinking here. Arven up to a knee, up to 2 feet, and rolled through. Fulgent, I think, missing whatever move he was going for there. Might have been a saving grace for Arven, and able to reverse at the last second. Ran into each other. Fulgent rolls out of the way. Oh, no. We've seen this happen before. Right onto the knee with that Dragon's Vein. 1, 2. Arven kicks out. Arven survives again. Went for a stomp there. Did not work out in his favor. Clothesline. Fulgent is very much on top right now. Arven's got to get some... Oh, no. Not to the knee strike again. Again, watching this matchup likely very closely. I can't really say from backstage. We don't really have a backstage right now. What we have is... we have a principal's office and we have a library where people are waiting. We don't have a backstage, which is always an interesting thing, but it is what it is. People watching on their phones and tablets instead of watching the TVs backstage. But I digress. This matchup rolls on again. Hold on. Ducked out of the way of that knee. Arven sending Fulgent down onto the knee himself. Hit the Dragon Vein himself. Stomps on his chest and walks over him. Hold on a minute. Arven might be down, but boy, is he not out yet. Stomps right on the head of the Prince. Oh, man. So this is a local school we're using. It is, yes, we are wrestling in a high school gym. If you look up at the rafters, occasionally from time to time, you will see the little basketball hoops that are like up in they put them up, they boost them up. There's more room to work, more room to dive. But Fulgent stands right back up. But I want to point out Arven now has a signature as well. Over, under. Pop up, went for the power bomb. Nobody's home. Fulgent able to reverse at the last second. Arven ducks out of the way, weaves, big chops, and now they're exchanging blows. Catching Fulgent. Arven never giving up, never saying die. Oh man, big chop. Big chop right back. Arven still with the upper hand if he can block Fulgent one more time. I know that's a lot to ask for this late in the match as these two continue trading chops right to the chest. It might not hurt too much for either person. And now it's about even in terms of choppage. Arven might have just saved himself there. And now, hold on a minute, hold on a second, going lefts, rights, ups, downs. Who will be stunned? It's Arven, and he may be on his last legs, popped up and sent down with one last Dragon Vein. This was not a match. This was a brawl. The two of them put on a hard-hitting affair. From grappling over and over again early on to throwing hands, fist, chops, whatever they could. But it ended with one Dragon Vein right to Arven's skull. And it is official. Gin goes one-on-one with Fulgent. Winner fights Kyutaro for the AWE Championship next weekend at the Fight Before Christmas. I know who it's gonna be. Fulgent wants that title back. He does. Marcel saying we're coming back for that belt. It could be two-time AWE Championship Fulgent. However, he's got to get through Gin to do it. No complaints from Sara on this. Yeah, I was gonna say referee did a great job this time. Bam! Look at that, Arven. Thought he had him there. Thought Fulgent was out cold. 1, 2, but he able to get the shoulder up. His head bounced off of that mat. Fulgent able to roll out of the way. Fulgent, very good at rolling, and this is where we thought Arven was done, actually. Dropped onto the armored knee. But it was not enough. 1, 2, kicked out. But after chopping and exchanging blows, Arven could not outlast the man with dragon's blood. And Fulgent needs one more win tonight to challenge Kyutaro Berg. Can he do it? Can he beat Gin? It's Cat Dog versus Dragon in our main event tonight. I'm excited. Hey, you know what? Good on you, Fulgent. Yo, mans is bruised up. That all must have come from when he got dropped on his face by Arven. Both of them walk into that match, not at 100%, but they will be walking. Maybe limping, but hey. We'll see how it goes. Give me electricity. A little electricity, huh? I thank you very much, huh? Fulgent. G to you. That being said, we now have Aiba versus Sara. With a very special guest referee in Miss Merrin. Very quickly, let me get you guys your predictions. Aiba Sara. It was Fulgent that took the victory. Very split on the Twitch side this time, actually. It was Aiba Sara. We'll give y'all 10 minutes, and it is special guest referee. Now, the coolest ref won't miss a rope break, surely. We'll see it. We'll see. I'm picking Sara because she's out for blood. Yeah, we saw Sara. She was hidden a little different the last time we saw her. After another rope break was called not for her benefit. Hey, electricity real quick, please. So let's talk about the fight before Christmas and Aiba's championship. We talked to Aiba and we talked to Sara. And we were gonna have a 1v1 match for the AWE Championship. Aiba agreed. Sara said, and I quote, F that. She said, put Merrin in the match, make it a triple threat, and make it elimination. So when pinfalls happened, there will be no rope breaks. There will be no countouts and no referee to screw me over. She said all these refs have been trying to F on me, and she said she's here to make sure that she gets the job done. She wants to brutalize the both of these competitors, and it's going to be a triple threat match at the Fight Before Christmas. Aiba said, don't mind if I do. Triple threat elimination, Aiba, Sara, Merrin. Fight Before Christmas. And that match might eat. But before that, tonight, Merrin is calling this thing one-on-one. Sara gets to get her hands on an AWE champion in the middle of this ring. Let's see how it goes. Unexpected rivalry, Sara Chidoan versus Zebras. Hey, first it was Sara Chidoan versus, very brightly colored, anime-esque, idol-looking girls, and now it's Zebra. So she hates herself a zebra. And you know, a lot of times, we need to point out that, these special guest referees oftentimes come out in their regular attire. Merrin very specifically asked for a referee shirt. And I think she's trolling Sara here. And can I blame her? Not that much. Aiba shocked the world when she answered the open challenge from Merrin. She was able to get the job done. They put on two very good one-on-one bangers. Their first one, very good match. Their second match, even better. They're about to be in the ring a third time at the fight before Christmas, but Sara is in that mix as well. Let's see how Sara and Aiba handle each other 1v1. Just a few days, less than 6 days before the fight before Christmas. Does Aiba count with zebra colors? Oh, maybe. That might backfire if Sara snaps. It could. It could. She hates them, Russ, like AV hates that I'm on. And I hate that I'm on. You're dang right. Aiba. Best of luck to you. We can talk about Aiba for a long time, too. How she came back with her tag team partner. And the two of them fought very well together. However, her partner got hurt. And she's been out of action for a long, long time at this point. Aiba has found herself as a singles champion now. Good for her. Aiba does have red in her color scheme, so I don't think it counts. It's a bleeding zebra. I don't think Aiba would count as zebra colors. Has to have zebra stripes specifically. That's fair. But you know who else is here? Somebody who has not really any zebra colors. A returning Sara Chidoan. Sara in her first match back in over a year? Not quite over a year. Close to over a year, I think. Fought Merrin in an open challenge. She was the first person to have a questionable call in that open challenge. Merrin went for the pin. Sara got her hand on the rope, but the referee did not see it. One match later, Aiba got her hand on the rope in a match against Merrin. The referee did see it. Sara, very upset about it, attacked Aiba before the match. Went one-on-one with Merrin again. And Aiba showed the referee what should have been a rope break. If the referee didn't see it, it would have been perfect vengeance, karmic intervention for Sara, and that is when she truly snapped. She continued to go right after the exact same spot of the small of the back of Merrin, over and over again until Merrin could not kick out. It's really those two against Sara, but Sara more than happy to say, hey, at the fight before Christmas, I want you both. Try and work together against me as you might, but remember, there's still a championship on the line. Snapped into... She snapped into a Slim Jim. Oh, no, she snapped into a fit of rage. And given everything that happened to her, I can't say I immediately blame her. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Regardless, Sara Chidoan is here tonight. No standard referee. Merrin is going to call this one. Will it be right down the middle? I think it's something that's on everybody's mind. We saw Sara literally try to hurt Merrin in the past. And tonight, super kick to the back of the head. Pin. Okay, now hold on. I want you guys to know that was a bad rope break call, and I feel like I almost never do this. But I feel like we gotta look. I think we gotta look, y'all, because I think she really might have trolled her. we have some replay technology. She went for the pin here. Rolled her over. Oh, y'all, this was not a rope break at all. This was not a rope break at all. We got ourselves a match, huh? We got ourselves a match. Alright, here we go. Oh, man. Oh, man. A kick right to the guts. And you can now see Sarah's already incensed. I think she did that to test the water. She was like, okay, so how legit is this match? Rope break! Okay, so we're effing around. Senton, and now Sara is very clearly angry. Merrin taking her sweet time to get into the pinfall, and Aiba kicks out immediately. Did you see Sara snap her neck over and Merrin said, you did what now? Where were you ages ago? Sara literally losing her mind in the corner. Oh my gosh. She's losing it, you guys. And I can't really blame her. Sara the ring powerbomb. Aiba stands right back up. Sara ducks out of the way. Aiba's been unable to get much offense at all on Chidoan. Over top. Champion. Ooh, float over. Not quite an Alabama slam. Didn't have the legs in between the head, or the head in between the legs. Went over the shoulder instead. Aiba with a good pinfall count that time. Oof. Dropped. Pinfall. Merrin in there quick. 1, 2. That was fast. You guys, I don't think Merrin's calling this fair. Drop kick right to the face of Chidoan. Oh yeah, good idea, Merrin. Piss off Sara more. Do I have your forgiveness, DJ? Says Agus. Sara is gonna go Samoa Joe on Merrin into the pinfall. 1, 2. That felt a little slow, but the bar does say perfect. The bar does indeed say perfect. Where have all the good refs gone, and where are all the gods? Where have all the good refs gone? Let me see. Into there. Oh no. Oh, a shot. And trying to choke her out against the ropes. Let me see. Sorry for the wind is pinging me apparently. I got no notification, so. Iroh. Into the pin. That's 1. Just 1. Aiba is actually hurting real bad. Clothesline. And a stomp right to the face. Was that a fast count? It said perfect count. It did say perfect count. So I don't know. I can't tell with Merrin anymore because she's already had a bunch of questionable calls. Goes underneath. Pops her up, sends her down. Pinfall. Ran into position. 1. That said perfect. So here's the problem. I don't think you can really have a 1 count that's fast. But you can definitely have a 2 count that's fast. And right there, we see 1, 2. Still set perfect. Kick out and resiliency burned. Aiba's turned this entire thing around with that Somnium Slam. And a drop kick to Sara. Sara likely can't even focus right now with everything that's going on. Popped her over and slams her down again. Climbs to the top rope. This might be over quick. This might be over ASAP. Drops her. And Merrin runs into position, and that is 1, 2. Here's what I have to say about what just unfolded. Sara had this early on until the fast count and until she had her hands in her head like this. And when that happened, she never recovered. I think Merrin successfully got into the head of Sara tonight. I really do think Merrin screwed Sara tonight. Not saying Aiba didn't get the job done, but Sara was very clearly in the sights of Merrin tonight. Not as good as Splendid as a ref, but somewhat passable. Sara saving her injury for next week. Oh no, I think Sara's still losing her mind. I think this might have been the most sure that I've been that Sara is losing her mind. The high school gym screw job. Hey, if you told me we'd have 2 screw jobs in the AWE this year, I probably actually would have believed you. I think I actually would have believed you. Don't forget, frame 1. Do not forget frame 1. A rope break where she was not near the ropes. Wait, I'm sorry, who was next? Mondo lost again. Mondo has not won an open challenge during his run. He's got 2 more chances. We'll see if he's able to do it. As Sara does technically get a perfect rating. I don't know if that's exactly true, but because we saw what happened earlier, I don't know if I can call it quite perfect. Anywho, give me back over here. Aiba takes the victory tonight, but she's got a triple threat on her hands down the road. And by down the road, I mean next week. Let me end your predictions real quick. It was indeed Aiba. Through only mild shenanigans. Only mild shenanigans. That being said, we do need to talk about you-know-who. I'm talking about Taka. Pi fought Taka. I'm sorry, Pi fought Amon. And Taka came out and attacked Pi, of all people. And we haven't figured out why. 1 week ago, we were left with a lot of questions. Tonight, we're gonna get some answers. So are you ready? I don't know if the crew is ready, so let me let me see. No, we gotta give them a second. Apparently, Sara is losing her cool. So we're gonna let the ring crew and security get her out, and then we will be ready. Hit a 4 out of 10 on the silly scale. Time for some answers. Merrin, you need to run now. Like, for real, for real. Oh lord, we should get her, we should call her God's perfect ref. I can't say that was perfect refereeing. Mondo got squashed by Batman. That did happen. Sara's crashing out. It looks like they are leading her out of there. So we should be good on that front. In that regard, shall we? I believe we must. As the stars are incorrect, as we get electric. I'm sorry? This is Taka supposed to answer these questions. It is Taka time. It's not Pi time. Pi? Oh, Pi is not the Pi. It's Taka's supposed to come out here, not you. Like, you could have come out to interrupt him, but like this clearly says Pi apparently just taking over. Pi apparently literally just taking over tonight, I suppose. Regardless, Pi out. Oh! Oh my gosh, nailed him right in the back of the head. My gosh. Pi might have just gotten knocked silly. We needed answers. I don't know if we've ever seen that. Who rang that bell? I don't know. It's not a fight. It's literally not a fight. The bell shouldn't have rung. And maybe they were ringing it for somebody to come and help. Goodness gracious. Man. Hey, hold on. Taka, you gotta chill, my guy. You gotta chill. Oh! You guys, we also have to remember Pi is injured. Pi has a stage 2 injury right now, and the audience is saying this is awesome, which is crazy. Cheering for this beatdown, which is a little bit wild. Lifted right back up. I don't know what he's... I vote Taka to win is crazy. Into the corner, Pi is probably knocked silly. Nobody likes Pi, apparently. Not me. I didn't touch the bell. I don't know who touched the bell for real, for real. Oh, no, 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 no. Somebody help the man. Somebody help him! Goodness gracious! Hey, Taka, you gotta chill, man. You gotta chill. Has him locked in deep into a... Something that nobody's ever been able to get you to do before. Which is... Okay, well, hold on. That was kind of funny. Oh, man. He's right. Nobody is coming to help him. Okay, he can't say not your son. Garblaw literally can't come and help him. Unanimously support. Oh. A plague? Your ego as a plague is crazy. Pai apparently taps out to whatever he was stuck in. Mondo, I would say, I guess, graciously. Oh, no. Oh! Okay, well, we have a lot to discuss, apparently. Apparently, Pai's getting back in that cage. Apparently, it's gonna be one-on-one Hell in a Cell. Pai versus Taka. Oh. I hate the fact that he had to bring Garblaw into this, but he's not wrong. Yeah, that was tough. Pai X Cage is my new OTP Lamal. That was okay. So some of those things, some of those points, I guess, were fair. Yeah, Taka seems to want to end Pai's career. Pai is also on a stage 2 injury. If he's still cleared to go after the fight that just occurred, then I guess we're gonna make that thing official. It will be, we'll find out at the end of the night if Pai is still medically cleared, but if he is, it's Taka, and it's Pai inside Hell in a Cell at the fight before Christmas. Alright, look, that's only kind of what I was expecting. Only kind of. Let me get you guys your polls for the next match, as we kind of talk about what we just saw. First of all, here you go, YouTube. I can't imagine what Mondo's thinking about this. Hey, you and me both. You and me both for real. It is Iroh. There's Kazuichi. That's gotta put even more stress on Mondo, who's lost every single one of his open challenges so far. You know what I mean? How is he gonna focus now? It is a little battle. Iroh wanted this matchup. Specifically, Iroh said, look, I could have beaten Kazuichi if I had just a little bit more gas in the tank. And he said he did have that gas in the tank. Kazuichi just got the right pin at the right time. He said he didn't have resiliency tonight. He's not going to need resiliency to put Kazuichi away less than a week before the fight before Christmas. These two will be fighting Mitsurai for the championship. Tonight they have a true 1v1 to see who's the better man. And it happens as the stars. Nope. As the it's electric. I keep forgetting. You know, it's Saturday, so it feels like it should almost be time for rebellion, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? But out comes everyone's favorite I'm sorry? How did we string up those pyro panels? I don't know, but here comes Uncle Iroh. The man, the myth, the legend. The greatest of all time. I don't know if I can say the greatest of all time. But he might be in the conversation for one of the best superstars of all time. Not the greatest, but one of the best. In fact, it might not even be an argument that he's one of the best. Uncle Iroh, he's hard-hitting. If he needs to jump off the ropes, he'll jump off the ropes. He'll do what it needs to be, what needs to get done to get the match in the books. That being said, if you insult the dead, well, then you don't get Iroh. You get the Uncle Taker. And that guy will murder you. That guy will kill you. That guy's a danger and a menace. But I digress. I don't even know where those guys were, to be honest. The people that we just saw in the audience. Whatever. Anywho. He's going one-on-one with the ultimate pimp. Kazuichi is here. One-on-one with the Uncle Taker. Guess I'm alone in this. Hey, Alex. Hits the Despair Destroyer on him. Goodness gracious, I don't even know what that is. I digress. Pimp Kazuichi coming on down to the ring. Step by step, makes his way to hopefully get another one up on Uncle Iroh. If he can pin Uncle Iroh again, and let's talk about Kazuichi in last year's fight before Christmas, because he's found himself in a similar situation. There's a world where he could find himself in an identical situation. Last year, do you know what he did? Earned himself a Fight Forever Championship opportunity in a triple threat match. The ladder, Le Ladder, was fantastic. It was a ladder match. His two opponents were brawling, and he said, well, don't mind if I do climb that ladder real quick and became Fight Forever Champion. If it rolls ladder match again, which it could, he might do the same thing again. One-on-one tonight, though. It's Extreme Rules. Anything goes. And right now, what's going is Uncle Iroh's back onto the mat. Iroh recently had a All-Star Championship match after winning the Masquerade Brawl. He fought Mondo at Brawloween. It was a good match. Mondo was able to fight his way back and clutch the victory. Tonight, he's going one-on-one with a pimp. One, and reverse right back for nothing, and reverse right back for one. Not nothing again. Not nothing again. That was mostly Akihiko's fault. That is fair. Will the same thing, however, happen with Kazuichi or with Mitsurai? It could. It very well could. Went for a super kick, stepped out of the way, turned him around, shot to the back of the knee. Pimp Kazuichi steps out of the way. I don't think I really see people step out of the way with a shot to the back of the knee all that often. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Up against the ropes, goes underneath, goes over top. We're at a high school gym, but this audience is still electric tonight, and we have two more big matches to go. Rising stars in Ibuki and Margaret will be live tonight in the next match, I believe, actually. As we're entering our 2-hour mark, about an hour and a half until John Cena's farewell show in the WWE. The AWE rocks on. Pushed away. Once again, be sure to tune in tomorrow for AW Rebellion, where we will reveal your 4 selected superstars for the Ladies and the Gentlemen's Rumble, as we have 2 big 8-way battle royales, Rumble style, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? In those battles, we'll also have the OC representatives. You'll get to see the Woken One. You'll get to see Suku. And 2 more superstars who will be in that Rumble match. Kazuichi rolling out of the way. We will also see Splendid. We will see the Swang, unfortunately, in that Rumble match as well. Hold on, chair. Out of the way. Kazuichi, kick, and a DDT onto the hardwood flooring. Remember, it's not falls count anywhere. You have to drag your competitor back into the ring to get a pinfall. Iroh saying, you're not dragging me anywhere, young man. You're not dragging me anywhere, sonny boy. Kick to the gut. Stood up tall. And no, not on the... Ew! Oh, no! Oh! Right into the stairs! Oh, no! Oh, that rocked him! Oh, no! Goodness gracious! Kazuichi has not recovered since that happened! Oh my gosh! And a sledgehammer now in play as well. Kazuichi desperately trying to get an equalizer after what just transpired, and he chooses a table, lands on his head, and Uncle Iroh drops him down onto the table. What started off with Kazuichi dominating this match has turned into Uncle Iroh with a single move, putting this thing in his favor. Up to the top rope. Iroh begging for Kazuichi to get up. We talked about this before. If he needs to go flying, he will. And a crossbody directly onto the body of Pimp Kazuichi as a knee strike rocks that man's. I don't know how his pimp hat stays on. Might be glued to his hair at this point, I'm starting to believe, as he's getting destroyed by Uncle Iroh. Iroh into the corner, but he reversed. That Ring of Fire went for the pimp slap, but the pimp slap gets reversed too. And a knee strike. 2. And tosses Pimp Kazuichi, both reversing their finishers back to back. There are no rope breaks, it's Extreme Rules. 1, 2, kick out by the Pimp. My gosh. And now an arm bar locked in, trying to weaken that Pimp slap arm. But Kazuichi very quickly getting able to get out of that precarious predicament. What does he have in his hands? Powder to the eyes, he can't see. You can't see, you can't fight unless you're Toph or you're Snake. Okay, never mind. If you can't see, you gotta get used to a new method of fighting. And right now, Iroh might have to do that quickly because mans can't see a thing. White substance directly to the eyes of Uncle Iroh. Iroh getting back up to his feet. Trying to walk around. Finds underneath the ring. I think he tried to use the apron. Oh no, not onto the chair. His foot landed right onto that chair. Rolled around. Up to the top rope. And oh no, landed on the chair flush that time. These two have been trading off momentum all match. It's been all Kazuichi, then it's been all Uncle Iroh. Now it's going back to all Kazuichi with the powder to the eyes. Iroh's gonna need an equalizer of his own at some point. Stood right back up. Sends him over towards the barricade. Doesn't get him into the barricade. Instead, climbs back up to the top rope. But steps down. Kazuichi back up to his feet. Popped up and slammed down. My gosh, off the ropes into a big ol' elbow drop right to the throat of Kazuichi. Kazuichi wisely rolls out of the ring. Iroh again climbing to the top rope, turns himself around, but Kazuichi's already there waiting for him. Double axe to the back. Is that going to be enough to pop resiliency on Kazuichi? 1. Kazuichi, I'm sorry. I may not have been familiar with your game. Into the corner. Running through. And this time, no reversal lands. He's against the ropes. Ring of Fire. flush against the face and into the pinfall onto the table. Jessica in position for 1, for 2, and that's got to be resiliency burn on the pimp. Iroh said if I were completely fresh, I could beat Kazuichi any day of the week. And now that he is, he might be putting Kazuichi right through a table again, going after that pimp slap arm. Right after that pimp slap arm, asking for Kazuichi to get up, begging for him to get up. You might be seeing the beginning of the end here, but a reversal by Kazuichi sends Iroh over the top rope. Sends him face first, no, ooh, back first. Outside of the ring, is Kazuichi gonna go jumping is the real question. No, not correct. Not correct. Knee strike. It's still bizarre to think that the first ever AWE villain was, yeah, it was Soda. On the road to the first ever AV Mania. It was the Squad versus the Entourage. And it was indeed Kazuichi was playing a little heel, but you know what? Let's keep it a buck with you. I think, depending on your point of view, either one could have been considered the heels in that situation. Went for the pimp slap again, and again reversed by Uncle Iroh. He can't land that pimp slap, but look at this, a couple of shots right to the guts. May have saved himself in this fight. Sending Iroh into the table. If he can put Iroh through this table, he might just do so. Can he equalize this with the table? He can! And I want to point out that as he came down onto the table, his neck also came down onto the ladder. Audience still saying this is awesome. And it truly is. Clothesline sends Kazuichi down. Iroh has a signature, has a finisher. Kazuichi climbing to the corner. You might not want to be there, Kazuichi, because that's perfect positioning for the Ring of Fire you thought he might have learned. Because, ladies and gentlemen, he got him again. Iroh didn't even have to burn resiliency to put away the ultimate pimp. Now, I want to point this out. It looks like, unless Kazuichi and Mitarai work together against Iroh, it's all roads to Iroh becoming your Fight Forever champion. He very handily beat young Mitarai. He just very handily beat Kazuichi. It's triple threat rules, or whatever Fight Forever rules determine, rather, at the fight before Christmas. Iroh, with a title belt covered in fire, may be perfect for him. But the big picture here is that Kazuichi was never able to land that pimp slap rather. And also crawled himself directly into the Ring of Fire, which was a poor ring IQ. He was like, let me just get into this corner and rest for a little bit. 1, 2. Wasn't enough. Tried to equalize things here by putting Iroh through a table and bouncing his head off of the ladder, but crawled into the wrong place at the wrong time. Shot to the head and caught in a little inferno. Ring of Fire lands for the victory. 1, 2, and 3. If Iroh wins, he really only needs the AWE Championship. And I suppose the United World Championship. You know what that means, you guys? Iroh is going to have to fight Uncle Iroh for that championship at some point. That being said, I do need to point out that tomorrow, during Rebellion, we'll start a live poll for you guys to vote for 2 things. The United World Championship match type and the United World Championship match participants. So keep that in mind. So be there for Rebellion tomorrow, because this is going to be a very important Rebellion. And so, also predictions go live probably Tuesday of next week. So keep that in mind. Keep your eyes peeled for that as well. Wait, hold on. Oh no, we're not holding. Iroh, you gotta defend that championship. You gotta defend that championship. As we get electric, or continue to be electric. Yo. I wouldn't want to be fighting Uncle Iroh at this point, for real, for real. Let me get your next predictions lined up. It is our semi-main. Nah, Arrow's safe from Iroh. They've got other people to worry about. Don't think I've stopped wanting my opportunity. I actually do good while playing Cold Steel and watching wrestling. Oh, good. Very good for you. That being said, we'll end this poll. It was indeed the pimp who took the L. It was Uncle Iroh who took the dub in that little battle. That being said, it's Challenger versus Challenger. It is Margaret. It is Ibuki. Give y'all about 10 minutes on the Twitch side. And on the other side, it is Ibuki, and it is Margaret. And it is a poll. This match could go crazy, but we will see. Give me a little electricity. I'll defend it, but not against Iroh. He'll actively end me. Well, Arrow, I don't think you have disrespected the dead, so I think you'll be okay. Y'all, I know who I want to win this match. Fair enough. Ooh. Very good lemonade. Anywho. Margaret and Ibuki are both fighting March 7th in 2 separate matches because she is a double campeon. Margaret came out and we all thought she was going to challenge for the All-Star Championship, and Margaret said, no, I want your Fight Forever Championship. Not looking for a world title, looking to end the streak. Can she do it? I don't know. But I will say the past couple of months, Margaret has impressed the masses. Since her debut in an open challenge on the road to AV Mania, she's been all gas, no brakes. Just like, admittedly, this woman right here. Jumping up and apparently standing on some sort of invisible crate covered in fog. It's Ibuki. Ibuki Mia Oda. Everyone's favorite hard rocker. And has a 1-year contract, likely going to be a long-term contract at this point, especially if she can put away March 7th for that All-Star Championship. Ibuki is here. Earned herself an opportunity by having a great match against Sayaka Maizono, hitting a top rope Rockstar DDT against Rising Star Neo. Ibuki is looking to become world champion just a few months, admittedly, after getting her 1-year contract. Let's see how this plays out. Ibuki, Margaret, one-on-one. Jessica calling this one, and it's on. And immediately, a little respectful grapple. They said, all right, let's do this. Same time. Nobody went for a hit. They both went directly for grapples. Pushed away. Ibuki rolls out of the way, and they're grappling again. Last time, Margaret was the one who pushed Ibuki away. This time, it's Ibuki pushing Margaret into the ropes. As I said, these are 2 of the fastest rising stars in the AWE. Today, almost took out Jessica with that as well, but Margaret is the one who is down. Ibuki thwacking that arm, and again, moonsault off of the ropes. Into the pinfall immediately. Jessica not even down quick enough for 1. Off of the ropes again, looking for a drop kick, doesn't land, and Margaret takes advantage, stomps directly onto the knee of Ibuki, and a knee strike lands to the back. Went for another shot there. Ibuki catches Margaret a little bit faster, and a drop kick right to the ear. But a kick right back by Margaret. This matchup is admittedly pretty even right now. Early doors, it could go anybody's way. Oh my gosh, kind of disrespectful there, literally washing the mat with Ibuki's face. And and this is what you have to be careful of when it comes to Margaret. The power game drops Ibuki down, essentially deadlifts her, and drops her down like she was nothing. And a shot against the back. Margaret, a little bit of a suplexing machine. Luckily, none of those suplexes have hit yet tonight. Rolled out of the way again. But now Margaret in control, whipping the arm back, and this is what we were talking about. Back suplex lands. And now Ibuki is in the danger zone. Lifted up, tossed around. Dangerous times, but Ibuki fighting her way back into this battle. Off of the ropes again. Tried to this dropkick before. This time it lands. Right to the chest of Margaret. And went for a dropkick. Again lands on Margaret. Margaret climbs up. Ooh, but Ibuki a step faster. And don't tell me she's going outside the ring with this. My gosh, onto the boards. The hardwood. Everything hurts a little bit more when it happens in this arena. Imagine your old high school and just taking that move from like from the stands over just onto the basketball court. That would suck. And catching her picture perfect right there. And now it's Ibuki who's turning this thing around. She's got a signature and she's calling for Margaret to stand up so she can knock her right down. But a reversal from Margaret sends things back in her direction. Once again, as I said, these two very evenly matched up in the AWE. Pops her up. Suplex again! Goodness gracious! One, and a kick out by Ibuki. My gosh. And what has she got going on here? Has the head, but Ibuki standing right back up. Grace saying if somebody took a powerbomb in my old high school, they wouldn't have a back anymore. I have to say it's probably the same in my old high school, to be honest. Into there. Able to get out of the way. Ran through Ibuki, but Ibuki with a clothesline. Ibuki still has life, even though she had that signature reversed. She is still very close to working up a finisher. Off the ropes, moonsault lands. She needs one more move, and most importantly, she now has a slight advantage on Margaret. She needs really exactly one more move. Margaret not letting her have it. Hits her leg. Into the ropes. Oh no! That snap power slam can snap your back. One? Ibuki! Out of a signature for one? Okay, girl. Go, girl, go. Suplex again by Margaret. We called her a suplexing machine, and now we're really seeing it now. Oh my gosh, could be splinters. This is an old high school floor. Look at it. It needs to be buffed at this point. It really might be splinters right in the face of Ibuki right now, as not again a suplex. Oh! A broken suplex again might have broken the back of Ibuki. Can Ibuki outlast this torment as AWE Fracture's semi-main event carries on? Ibuki rolls out of the way. Has her up. DDT onto the wooden floor herself. Not a rockstar DDT. We're at a count of 5. Almost at 6. Ibuki trying to take Margaret back into the ring. Referee taking their sweet time with the 6 count. And Margaret stepping back in saying, Ibuki, why don't you follow me? We gotta end this in the ring. Or maybe she goaded her in, popped her up, sent her down with that spine buster, closing the doors of the Velvet Room, and stands on Ibuki's corpse. 1, 2, resiliency was burned. Burned. Up to the middle rope, and a elbow drop doesn't land. Ibuki steps out of the way. Ibuki's got an opportunity out of nowhere. Rockstar DDT. Pinfall. Margaret might be burning right afterwards. It's 1. It's 2. She didn't. She didn't, but Ibuki's not taking a second to say what went wrong. Instead, she takes a second to say, I gotta keep going on. Falling with grace with that move. And welcome in Kuzu Soda. Double stomp. Roll through. She has a signature. If she's able to hit it, it could be her time to shine. Went for a knee strike there. Oh my gosh. Went down very quickly, but look at this. Popped over around with that neck breaker that she calls Ibuki's grace. And now she's in the corner. She has the perfect opportunity. Oh my gosh, rocked her! A cartwheel rockstar DDT, 1, 2, and Margaret burns. Not cartwheel, might have been a front flip, my bad, but let me tell you, it was still a rockstar DDT. My gosh. Ibuki's what? Grace, it was Ibuki's grace. Oh, but reversal by Margaret, still hanging in there. It is anybody's match. Margaret, the powerhouse, the tank now calling for Ibuki, the rockstar, to get up. Off of the ropes, goes over top, goes underneath. What does she have planned? Oh, suplex! It was like a choke slammed into a suplex. Goodness gracious. 1, 2, Ibuki still survives. I don't know how at this point. I think Ibuki's just running on pure vibes right now because most normal superstars, they might have been out after that move. And again, drops her back first, spine first for 1, for 2, and she's still, Somebody's gotta tell me how. Oh no, oh no, oh no! Margaret saying, it's time to end this thing, going suplex crazy! She's the queen of the suplex! The living, breathing suplex machine has put Ibuki down for 1, for 2, and that is... You guys remember when I said that these two might put on an unashamed, unadulterated banger? Do you remember when I said that, too? Do you recall? I hope you do. I hope you recall, because I don't know how she kicked out of that. She was going on, as I said, she was running on pure vibes. On pure vibes, super kick right afterwards. Margaret saying, as long as you still got fight, I'll keep trying to knock it out of you. Up on the shoulders, Ibuki's gotta get a reversal. She's gotta get a reversal at this point. Margaret heading top rope saying, this is over, this is it. And double stomp this time. Margaret's the one who did it. Going after the legs. And now calling for Ibuki to get up. She has another finisher, and Ibuki's just gonna have to take it as she is going to the living. Breathing. Suplexing machine. Ibuki falls over. She is a corpse. A body has been discovered, and that is all she wrote for real this time. My gosh. March taking down both of her challengers. Stomping a hole after that incredible match. Come on, March. Come on. Goodness, they were having the match of a lifetime. They, as the thing says, an instant classic, for real. And March had to ruin the vibes that Ibuki was running on. My gosh. Oh, man. Surprised the show was able to go on after, well, you know, well, clearly, Kuzu, we're not at our normal location. We're in the middle of a high school gym. But I digress. The show must go on because if it doesn't, Amon wins. You know what I mean? I'm scared. They're cooking. Y'all, Ibuki, she might have lost. But let's talk about it. Let's talk about what we just saw. Ibuki is resilient. Is March going to be able to put on as much damage as Margaret did tonight? Let me see. Oh my god. Well, I'm okay then. Look at March's legs. She's hurt pretty badly. Let's see how it all plays out. That being said, March trying to get a little bit of extra damage on both of her opponents. This coming fight before Christmas. Give me the electricity as we head on to our #1 contenders match. It's time. Ibuki's working on her survival skills rather for 2x2. And speaking of 2x2, it's 1-on-1. Let's see. I did not notice that. Well, you'll definitely notice it In our main event, Ibuki's working. Yeah, time for our main event. Look at March's legs. She's hurt badly. I don't know if she's actually hurt that badly. I think that's just her normal legs, for real, for real. But I do know March is hurting. March is hurting, and I do want to point out 50-50 on the polls there. Ibuki had 5% on the polls on the Twitch side, but I'll tell you what, that 5% started to look a lot more believable, didn't it? Ibuki was fighting on. She was going on. It is. Who faces Burger Berg? Not Burger Berg, Burger Berg. Will it be Gen? Will it be Fulgent? I'll give y'all 10 whole minutes on the Twitch side. Cause YouTube, I'm gonna give you yours. Zane's got the luck tonight. Yeah, I was gonna say, you guys, there's always been one really lucky person in chat recently. But I digress. It is Gen. It is Fulgent. #1 contenders match. Are you ready? They've both earned their spot here tonight. Let's see who will fight Kyutaro as the electricity is still on. I saw it. I need an explanation. Well, Amon is the shortest reigning champion in AWE's history, holding it for 2 minutes and 49 seconds. So to taunt him, this shirt has been made. Hey, we are in a gym. We are definitely in a gym tonight. The show must go on. Security would have wanted the show to go on. We can't hold it in our normal location. We can still hold Rebellion at its normal location, but our entire fracture set is indeed destroyed. I see. Sucking him on. Agreed. Hard agree. Gen goes one-on-one tonight with Fulgent. Who will walk out? Challenging Kyutaro next week at the fight before Christmas. After this, only one more person needs their challenger at the fight before Christmas, or one more champion needs their challenger, and that will be Iroh. Iroh Ogami. And the time begins now. It is. In a battle of the underdogs, he beat Arven. And now he's going up against... And you know what? It's really interesting. Also, I'll hate them had no idea about the bomb Kuzu. That's true. Supposedly, Yosuke didn't know. I'll hate them didn't know. And Alice didn't know. Those three did not know about the situation yesterday. It was all Clover, the end, and Amon. He literally did not tell half of the movement about this. And that's also a thing you have to wonder why. Why would he not tell everyone? Unsure. Unknown. Maybe he didn't want anything to slip? I don't know. Maybe he didn't want anyone to try and stop him? I don't know. Does that mean that, hey, maybe those three aren't on the same wavelength as Amon for real, for real? I don't know. But they were largely uninvolved, other than by name of being a part of the movement. They did not know about the bomb situation. Ringing the bell. Punch right to the face. And, Fulgent. Oh, no, no. Fulgent, it's been like 3 seconds of the match. Fulgent. Fulgent. The bell rung 3 seconds ago and you're already hitting a pile driver? Come on, man. That's a kid. Moonsault. And he really does want his championship back. Gen able to duck out of the way of that. Gen, however, wants a championship opportunity. Off rip. It was off rip. Fulgent gets the upper hand in the grapples. That being said, Gen is a grappler who was trained by the legendary Uncle Iroh. Can he work his way back out of this? Yes, that's what I was talking about. Gin knows how to counter things. He knows how to use his height to his advantage. He's been training with Uncle Iroh, and Iroh's giving him those tips, giving him that training. They spar together, and who better to spar with than the legendary Uncle Iroh? The Jasmine Dragon himself, as Gin out-wrestles Fulgent. That's the training that I was talking about. While Fulgent is able to hit these high-power moves, but don't call Fulgent a slouch. If you ever underestimate Fulgent, he will show you. He will take advantage of that. He is an excellent tactician, as, hold on a minute, wrenching that head back. Locked in deep around the neck. And able to stand right back up. No, no, no. Gin stops him. Gin still has the arm. Camilla's brother. Yes, Fulgent is indeed Camilla's brother. Fulgent is no Fulgent. Hold on. Goes underneath. Goes over top. And a kick right to the everywhere. Hold on. Was the whole half the Equalist didn't know about the bomb revelation exclusively on Discord, or was there a special scene? No, we at the start of the stream we did a long discussion about what happened yesterday. Was going for a kick there. Fulgent able to step out of the way, but Gin still getting his kicks on. And dropped. But stood right back up again. Turned around. Shot to the back. And a shot to the throat. And two taken down. For what? Not even one. Hold on! Fireball powerbomb! Fireball powerbomb! And indirectly into the cat's cradle. Gin is all fired up. It's locked in deep around the neck of Fulgent. But Fulgent, a couple of shots right to the tiny ribs of Gin, and this almost cost Gin the match last time. Early in the night, he almost lost the match like that to Kanji, but instead, able to survive again in that predicament. Gin has actually lost that way before. I don't know if it's on 2 occasions, but I can definitely remember one. Gin reversing the signature. Fulgent is now in danger. These two, well known for their Rumble exploits. Fulgent is a very great Rumble competitor, able to kick out, did not have resiliency. Gin, however, has won the Rumble himself. Fulgent has gotten most eliminations and has lasted the longest. Cat's Claw lands. Fulgent again doesn't have resiliency. Gin, is he about to speedrun his way to the AWE Championship? 1, 2, and he... By this much, Fulgent survives. Kicks out at, I would say, 2.99. My gosh. Has him locked up against the ropes. Sends him flying. Fulgent is now in dire straits, but still able to stand up after that move. And tries to hit a backslide onto Gin, actually, for not even one. He's got a lot of fight left in him. Oh, but clotheslines him outside of the ring. Takes the legs. And now, ooh, yanking the knee back. And remember, hardwood floors, everything's gonna hurt way more. Especially this knee strike doesn't land. Not to the face. Gin with a reversal. And Fulgent sent over. Ooh, I think his head actually connected just barely with that steel barricade. Pushes away. Fulgent heading back into the ring. Oh, but goes diving. Gin rolls out of the way. Fulgent goes face first into the wood and goes back first into the wood as well. Fireball powerbomb. Will we see Burger Bomb versus Fireball Powerbomb at the Fight Before Christmas? It might take a miracle. It might take a miracle for Fulgent to come back after this. But Gin, watching, stalking Fulgent, stepping back in. I think Fulgent surveying his surroundings, knows that Gin has a finisher, turns him around, and Cat's Cradle locked back in again. Fulgent might have to burn resiliency this time. He's fading, and he does burn. Couple of shots right to the midsection, and again trying to maybe sneak a pinfall, but again, not even one. Both going for moves there, both losing their footing. Fulgent a shot to the back. And a Hurricane Rana. And just like that, Fulgent does have a finisher. If he's able to hit it, he could mount an impressive comeback. This late into the match. Takes him down. Gin kips right back up. Gin back in control. Has Fulgent on the ropes. And he's sending Fulgent to the outside. Gin is firing on all cylinders himself. Is it going to be your turn to die versus your turn to die? Oh, but Fulgent stands up. Got rocked by Gin again. Slams him again. A back first onto the wood. Gin is a different breed tonight. Stood back up. Fulgent able to get a reversal, sends Gin on the outside, head first into the barricade. And last time he was able to reverse this. This time he gets a face full of knee. Count of 5. Oh no, gosh! Count of 6. Is Fulgent gonna try and win this thing by Fulgent? You don't think? You don't think, Gin? Gin, you gotta get up quicker. Almost count of what? It's still a count of 9. Oh, Fulgent, you might have thought you had this, but you're gonna have to turn around because standing right there in front of you, it's Gin, and he was ready. Wait, Fulgent reversing into the pinfall. Not sure if that's a great idea. It's still early. You have to hit. Well, it's not early for Fulgent. Fulgent's been rocked so far. Catching that reversal, incredible reversal there too. Was smooth with it. Stands Gin right back up. Fulgent almost worked up a signature. Needs to throw Gin because Gin's not too hurt. Able to get him into the corner though. Goes for a scoop slam, but Gin with the reversal from behind, shot to the back, and he sends Fulgent into the ropes, dodged that kick, and picks him up. Are we about to see the Dragon Vein land? And it does! Into the pinfall, no rope break. Is that gonna be resiliency? It is not. Gin gets the shoulder up, but I need to point out Fulgent does still have a comeback and does still have a signature if he lands it. Oh no! My gosh! And what was that? Reversal from Gin, but reversed the cat's claw! And now has another Dragon's Vein like butter back to back! 1, 2, Gin now burns. It's anybody's match. Somehow, some way, Fulgent has come back from this, goes off of the ropes, and again, went for a kick, but he whips it. Lands on the small of his back. Has to turn around. Drags Gin over to the ropes. Gin able to get the counter. Shot to the gut. That may be the end of this. Gin trying to steal this last second, saying, I know you're beat up. I know you're broken down. Rolls Fulgent up. And he's going to fight Q-Taro. Fulgent in the last few moments had found his footing, burned resiliency on Gin, but Gin said, you tried to roll me up on 2 occasions. This time, it's your turn to die. We have to talk about the endings of how this went. Gin was dominant until Fulgent woke up. He hit that Dragon's Vein. Gin was saying, that's fine, I got one locked and loaded. Hit that cat's claw, but it was blocked into, again, an immediate another Dragon's Vein. This is what we're talking about here. Enough to burn resiliency on Gin. If Fulgent had been successful in hitting that signature, it may have been enough to get the job done. But Gin, realizing the danger that he was in, the heightened senses from his cat-like abilities after getting dropped on his neck like this, knew that he couldn't take too much more, and this is what we're talking about. Blocked the cat's claw immediately directly in to the Dragon's Vein in a battle between cat dogs and dragons. The furry little critters took the victory tonight. Last moment, last ditch effort. He knew that if Fulgent completely started to wake up, completely started to get a footing on the situation, it was all over for him. That's what the training from Uncle Iroh does. That is what the training from the Jasmine Dragon does. It helped him win a Rumble match, and tonight it's gotten him a world title opportunity. It's Gin, it is Q-Taro, and it is a your turn to die battle for the AWE Championship at the Fight Before Christmas. Gin now gets to fight the Muscle Gorilla. That's what I'm talking about. Was not expecting to get perfect scores. Hey, congratulations. Gin W, fine with either outcome. I was going to say, either way, we were winning. Oh, man. It's going to be a Your Turn to Die versus Your Turn to Die. It will be a Your Turn to Die battle for the AWE Championship. Whew. It's best friends, bitter enemies match. Look, I'm excited for it. I'm excited. Now let's make sure there's no post-match, post-show shenanigans from anyone. Don't worry, there should not be. We have been diligent tonight, because that is our show. Let's start from the end. It was Gin who beat Kanji. It is Fulgent who decimated Arven one-on-one, but Gin came up. Margaret displayed her powerhouse skills and displayed what suplexing means to her. But it was not easy because the undying spirit power purely by the energy of vibes, Ibuki would not stay down. It took many suplexes, but eventually she got her down. Iroh said, I'm gonna win the Fight Forever Championship, I'm gonna destroy the both of you, and it's gonna be clockwork. It's gonna be easy peasy. Aiba won this match, but I really have to say Merrin cost Sara this match. Merrin, honestly and sincerely, made Sara lose her mind with a rope break count that was nowhere near the ropes, a fast count that made her get off of her senses, and it literally during the middle of the match, she was like this in the corner. She was losing it. And I can't wait for that triple threat match at AV Mania. We already spoke about this. This match went hard. You know, way harder than I expected. But the Assassin's Web proved that they're not two single stars. For the first time in a long time, they worked together to get the job done against the longest reigning men's tag team in the history of the AWE. They took the W. Again, as we talked about earlier, took the W. Batman came and destroyed Mondo. That is that. That is indeed that. Fight Before Christmas is in less than 7 days' time. It is a 2-night event. Night 1 begins next Friday. Night 2 is next Saturday. And I'm very excited. It's gonna be a good time. Oh, hey, Batman. Yeah, Batman was here. Came in on his motorcycle and kind of killed Mondo. Immediately kicked him in the face twice at the start of the match, and Mondo never really recovered for real. Let's look at our news. March rampaged through the ring, taking out Margaret and Ibuki after their match. Rivals' wild ferocity saw both targets in a reckless attack, attended to take out her rival. Ibuki minorly injured, and Fulgent was cleared. Oh, W. Big dubs. Majima was cleared. Oh yeah, big dubs. Aiba was cleared. Oh yeah, big dubs. And Shen is cleared! Hey, big dubs. Pai is still on a stage 2 injury. Unfortunate for the lad. We'll see if... well, because he didn't get more injured, I guess he will be facing Taka at the Fight Before Christmas inside Hell in a Cell. Well, okay then. Let's see what... would have been, yes, Rebellion is set up for that. What would have been Rebellion? No, 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 no. No, no. Still no, but okay. I don't understand why 2K, but sure, why not? I guess. Okay. This may be the most jank card that the AI has ever set up. The most jank, nobody's really interacting between these folks card that I've ever seen from the AI. This one real bad, actually, real bad. That being said, those were all terrible matches, but we got a whole bunch of great matches coming at you at the Fight Before Christmas in just a little bit of time. Remember, tomorrow is AEW Rebellion, and we'll actually be at that show. What will actually be at that show is your 4 winners from both Rumble voting polls, and additionally 4 other superstars who will be in the Rumble, including the OCs from each of those representations, so 2 other people for each of those other 8-person Battle Royales, at the show. So that'll be 2 of your matches. We'll also have, at the very start of the show, of course, the Open Challenge, Mondo versus who else? Probably another biker. Probably another biker. And then we're going to have 2 more matches. It's going to be a great time. And remember, be there for that show because you will be deciding who Iroh will be facing and which match type it will be. United Will is completely decided by your voice, as that championship will be on the line at the Fight Before Christmas. We had honestly, a pretty safe show with some banging matches in a high school gym. I didn't think I'd ever be saying that here in the AWE. I thought we were, we would never find ourselves in a high school gym unless, like, the IRC shut us down. We had to rebuild back from the beginning. Ha 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 ha. Let's not put that into the air. Let's not put that into the air. Regardless, I think we're gonna take off this coming Friday. I guess, yeah. Now we're really on that build-up. We're really on that stretch to the Fight Before Christmas. We got a lot on the card. We'll probably talk about the entire card tomorrow at Rebellion. But tonight, enjoy yourselves and stay safe. Once again, have a good day and Cena retirement show in 40 minutes. That is true. Very true. Remember, Amon's contract is terminated soon. That is correct. And say it with me. The IRC cannot hold us accountable for what happens whenever Amon's contract is terminated. I will remind you that I do wish for a match before the Rumble. You're in the match at you're in the Battle Royale. The 8-person Battle Royale tomorrow, Woken Emery. Remember, both of the people from the OCs, you and Suku, will be in that match, so stay tuned for that. You better get ready for tomorrow then. TikTok. That is all she wrote. I think we're ready. I think we're good to go. I think we're all set. All hearts and minds are clear. Probably not after what happened yesterday, but you know. Once again, all the proceeds from this show will be going to the Security family. All the proceeds from the Fight Before Christmas tomorrow show and our end of year Rebellion show, all going there. And that's it. That's all for our show. Thank you all for coming with me on this journey. We couldn't just stop the show. Baxter Security Sr. would not have wanted that. If we had let that happen, let's be real, we would just be giving into him on. And we ain't never gonna do that. Instead, we continue to count down to Fistmas tomorrow, as Christmas and the fight before it is just days away now. Until then, I am taking off. Toodaloo Flight Crew, I'll see you all tomorrow. Get ready to get your vote on, and get ready to see who you voted for. Notably, it should be a good time. A good time to be had by all. Fare thee well, everyone. Toodaloo Flight Crew, thank you for watching. Give me the in memory of